Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're jumping straight into a world of pure, unadulterated aesthetic elegance. We are exploring the incredibly exclusive design and build services of WA Interiors, operating right out of the heart of Kuala Lumpur. For those of you who really appreciate the meticulous, obsessive details of high-end property transformation, well, you are absolutely in for a treat today. We're going to unpack exactly how this firm brings a premium New York-inspired touch right to Southeast Asia, literally transforming empty or totally outdated environments into what I can only describe as cinematic masterpieces. So sit back, focus in, and let's explore what it actually takes to design at the very highest level. Right off the bat, we have to talk about their core philosophy. Every space tells a story. And look, I know that sounds like a catchy marketing slogan, but it's actually the foundational anchor for their entire approach. When we think about interior design, it's so easy to get caught up in the mechanics of it, right? The flooring, the lighting, knocking down walls. But WA Interiors, they approach it completely differently. They believe their work goes way beyond basic renovation. Their ultimate goal is to craft a deeply personal narrative for every single client. Before a single sketch is even drawn or a piece of marble is selected, the process actually begins with truly understanding the client, their personality, and the totally unique history of the space itself. So, you're probably wondering what exactly sets them apart in such a crowded market. Well, it all comes down to the WA Concierge Experience. This is a turnkey, New York-inspired design and build service nestled right within the Kuala Lumpur enclave. What makes this business model such a game changer is the highly specific, high-end expertise they bring to the table. They aren't just using standard decorators. Their team consists of specialized interior architects and, this is key, New York-trained property stagers. You are getting a VIP concierge level of service from that very first handshake all the way to the final handover, making sure that the cosmopolitan energy and insanely high standards of New York design are seamlessly woven into the local property landscape. To really understand the client journey, you have to imagine the state-of-the-art Colony Star Boulevard. This is where it all begins. Rather than meeting up in some dusty, loud construction site or a cramped little back office, WA Concierge takes a totally different route. They actually invite clients to RSVP for a world-class concept presentation. Guests just get to sit back, relax, and completely soak in the luxurious atmosphere. It's honestly a brilliant way to kick off a partnership. By hosting clients in an environment that already oozes premium design, WA Interiors instantly establishes trust and sets an incredibly high bar for the quality of the concepts they're about to present. Okay, let's break down their structured planning phase, which is essentially a VIP blueprint. It's a three-step process. Step one is that deep dive concept proposal we just talked about, perfectly married to your personality and space. Then, step two, this is where the science literally meets the art. They use tailored research, specific materials, and profound color psychology to ensure the environment actually feels right, not just looks right. And finally, step three brings absolute peace of mind. Total financial transparency through a detailed bill of quantities, plus they handle all those headache-inducing local authority submissions. It's a completely shielded, totally stress-free planning phase. Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer contrast in their commercial work. On one hand, you might have a vibrant, highly stylized cafe with moody lighting and warm textures. And on the other, a pristine, incredibly clean modern dental clinic that communicates total hygiene and calm. This just completely highlights their emotional intelligence and versatility as designers. They aren't just copy-pasting a single signature look onto every single project. They're expertly engineering the exact psychological atmosphere required for vastly different businesses to actually succeed. And for sure, that versatility translates beautifully into their residential portfolio as well. We're talking plush textures, elegant marble finishes, masterful use of natural light, and super sophisticated color palettes. It's the kind of space you don't just live in, you actively experience it. Whether it's a commercial space meant to drive serious revenue or a private sanctuary meant to give you peace and rest, their specialized architectural team knows exactly how to elevate the environment. So, how does all this gorgeous design actually get built without causing you endless stress? Let's be real, renovations are usually a nightmare. Well, the answer is their flawless execution phase. WI Interiors mitigates the chaos by partnering exclusively with the absolute best, reputable certified contractors. You get a dedicated project manager assigned to your build. But honestly, the real game changer here is their live video site updates. You don't have to put on a hard hat and trudge through a dangerous, dusty site. You can monitor the progress of your investment live, right from the safety and comfort of your own couch. Once the heavy lifting is out of the way, we enter my favorite part, The final polish. This is where that unique added value really truly shines. Before they ever hand those keys over to you, an in-house New York trained property stager comes in to complement the space. And I don't mean just sweeping up the dust. This is expertly arranging furniture, adjusting the lighting, and curating the decor so that the second you walk in, the property looks entirely magazine-worthy. It's literally the difference between a house that's just been built and a home that's been masterfully styled. But let's look at the bigger picture and how this builds a long-term strategy for your property. WA Interiors is intensely future-focused. They aren't just designing for today. Actually, their expert team is constantly researching to anticipate the 2026 and 2027 future design trends. And why does that matter to us? Because by incorporating design elements that are literally years ahead of the curve, they're actively adding significant, tangible value to your investment. It guarantees that the property remains highly desirable and aesthetically relevant long into the future. Finally, we reach the conclusion of the service, and it's handled with the exact same level of class as the beginning. They call it the personalized handover. They don't just toss you a ring of keys and walk away. Oh no, they carefully document the entire before and after journey. They take your space's complete story, compile all the documents, the plans, the visual memories, and they present it to you in a premium thumb drive, a video, or a beautiful binder. It's just a wonderful, lasting memory of the transformation and a perfect archival record of the incredible journey your property just went through. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. I want you to look around the room you're sitting in right now. Really think about its potential. Think about the hidden narrative it possesses. Are you ready to unfold your space's story? Just imagine your own environment, whether it's your home or your business, completely transformed by elite experts who understand not just the architecture, but the psychology, the 2026 and 2027 future trends, and premium staging. It's a pretty provocative thought, isn't it? If that idea sparks your curiosity and you are absolutely ready to experience a truly premium, New York-inspired interior service right here in Kuala Lumpur, the next step is incredibly simple. You can reach out and speak to the WA concierge directly on their newly updated line right now at +60 122 977 6117. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. It's been an absolute pleasure walking through this masterclass in design and structure with you. Until next time, keep learning, keep imagining, and keep elevating your spaces.